Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about a couple of Super Eagles players with big time performances over the weekend. As a matter of fact, not just over the weekend, these are guys who have played a big role in where their teams are at this season. Ola Aina of Nottingham Forest in the EPL and Ademola Lookman of Atalanta in the Serie A. These two players have been going up the chain, and we definitely have to talk about them in this one. Also, a little article that I saw about Ahmed Musa and the CHAN team. We're going to get into that a little bit at the end. But first, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, first we're going to start with Ola Aina and Nottingham Forest. They took on West Ham on Saturday. The game ended 3-0 in favor of Nottingham Forest. Ola Aina played 89 minutes. He had 62 touches of the ball. I think that was the most out of his team. He completed 31 out of the 34 passes he attempted. Of course, that's for 91% for the mathematicians in the house. Key passes, he had one key pass on the day. Then he had a shot that went on target, a shot that was his goal. I believe the third goal for the team on the day. A screamer and a half. He had a poor touch on the lead up to it, and the opponent kind of did him a favor trying to chip the ball over him. Mind you, they're on the edge of the goal, and he tries to chip him. Ola Aina chests the ball, brings it down, then he takes a strike with the left. Goalkeeper stood absolutely no chance. Once he caught it, it was a goal. It was just a beautiful strike by Ola Aina and a great way to cap a nice performance. As we continue talking about it, he completed 1 out of 2 dribbles he attempted, one out of the 1 aerial he went for, 4 out of the 4 tackles he tried, and 1 clearance in the game. Was the man of the match according to Who Scored. That's where I get the numbers from. So great performance for Ola Aina. This is not just a random performance. He has been doing this all season for Nottingham Forest. You look at their past matches. The match against Chelsea, he was real good in that match right there. Leicester City, they won that. So they've been on a good run. So far so good this season, Ola Aina and Nottingham Forest. And it shows on the table. You look at the EPL table, as you see right here on your screen. Nottingham Forest number 3 on the table. That's crazy work right there. 4 points behind Manchester City and 6 points behind Liverpool. How long is that gonna last? You ask. I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna ask me, who you gonna ask, right? But it looks beautiful right now. Of course, ahead of Chelsea and Arsenal right there. Scored 14 goals. That's something that definitely has to improve if they're going to be staying up there, which, to be honest, if you ask 10 out of the 10 people you ask if they're going to stay up there, I don't think one is going to say they're going to stay up there. But a lot of people didn't think Leicester City was going to stay up at the top when they won the league, so you never know. But as of right now, you got to congratulate Ola Aina. You got to congratulate Nottingham Forest for a good season. So far, so good. And if you're even looking at it the bad way, you can still say, look, they're 21 points away from being safe this season. If you're trying to say, well, they have no chance at the top, they still have 19 points this season, meaning 21 points, you're safe and you're not getting relegated. But you definitely have to give them a big shout out. Nottingham Forest has been real good this season, and the hope is that they stay good. And still on Nottingham Forest, of course, Super Eagles striker Taiwo Awoniyi plays for Nottingham Forest. Not the best of seasons so far for Taiwo Awoniyi. Of course, he had a real tough time at the ending of last season being fit, and he came into this season with a player already in his position, Chris Wood, a player that they kind of brought as a backup for Taiwo Awoniyi. Now is the starter of the team. They say the best ability is availability, and he's a player that has stayed healthy, so the club is going with him for now. And to be honest, he has been delivering. Scored in today's game, in the game we're talking about, scored the first goal against West Ham. And even though Taiwo Awoniyi came off the bench, right now it's looking like Chris Woods is going to be the starting striker for Nottingham Forest in the foreseeable future. Now, does Taiwo Awoniyi decide to go on loan, or does he stay and fight for a spot? That's up in the air, and that's what we're going to see in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But as of right now, all he can do is keep working and training, keep working on his craft, and when he gets his chance, we know he has the ability. He didn't lose his spot because of quality, just because he is not being available for the most time, so they had to rely on somebody else, which is totally understandable. Moving on, we go to the Serie A, where we're going to be talking about who else? The upcoming African Player of the Year. Yeah, I said it. He's the best player in Africa, and I don't think it's close right now at this moment. And you're talking to a guy that has Victor Osimhen on his national team also. But I feel like this season, it's not close. Not this season, but this year, the calendar year for the award, I think Ademola Lookman has just been that good. He played 76 minutes against Napoli on Sunday. The game ended 3-0 in favor of Atalanta. Definitely a result that I loved right there. Of course, what Napoli did with Victor Osimhen. So every chance we get revenge on him is a great opportunity, in my opinion. He had 51 touches of the ball. Pretty good for a forward right there, 51 touches. And you even look at where he started on the game. He played as one of the two strikers up top. And I kind of like him in that system. Every time I watch Ademola Lookman playing in that up top role, he does a great job. He's not getting bullied up there. He's holding on to the ball, helping his teammates. When they lose the ball, he's like a wild dog. It's just chase, tries to win the ball back. I love that from him. He's like a mini Victor Osimhen, if we're going to keep it real. But like I said, 51 touches of the ball. When it comes to passes, he completed 30 out of the 36 he attempted for 83%. 3 key passes in the game. That's real nice right there from a guy that scored so many goals. 3 key passes. That means 3 chances created, basically. And you go to the shots. He had 3 shots, 2 on target, which were his 2 goals that he scored on the day. Beautiful goals they were. And what's funny, the one off target, the other shot that he missed, was the easiest one of the bunch. The first one, a player has the ball in the air in the box and he catches it on a volley, beautiful. Then the second one, a smackaroo, normal Ademola Lookman goal. Goalkeeper got a piece of it, but it goes past him anyways to make it 2-0 right there. Then the chance that he had for the third shot, it was just a one-on-one type thing. I think he took it with his left, the off left foot, and that's what threw things off. But I felt like that was the easier of the bunch. The other 2 were much harder than that. But take nothing away from the performance. When it comes to the dribble, 1 out of 3 completed. Tackles, like I said, he works off the ball so hard. 1 out of 1 attempted. Great performance for Ademola Lookman. Only 76 minutes played, like I said, so he definitely could have caused more damage if he was left in the game. And you look at the table, just like Nottingham Forest in the EPL, Atalanta 3rd position in the Serie A. This one's a little bit closer, 3 points away from Napoli, 2 points away from Inter Milan, and they are tied with Fiorentina. They're ahead of Fiorentina on goal difference. But for me, I feel like this is open right here. If you watch the Serie A, there's no team that you look at and you're like, man, these guys are just unplayable. Like maybe Inter Milan last season or a couple of seasons ago, Napoli, as they just kept on racking up those results. I don't think there's that team like that in the Serie A this season, and this is an opportunity. Ademola Lookman is, let's keep it real, he's in the form of his life right now. Everything he touches is turning into gold. And why not touch Atalanta and turn them into a title team? I believe he can do it. I believe he's the best player in the Serie A right now. That's not just because he's Nigerian. I mean, you just got to watch him for 5 minutes. You don't even have to watch the whole game. He's just on a different level every time you see him, Ademola Lookman. So, I feel like it can be done. This is something that is a little bit more realistic than the Nottingham Forest situation. Although, like I said, nobody believed Leicester City, so let's just keep our eyes on that one. But this one right here, I believe it can be done. But moving on, and last but not least, we're going to talk about Ahmed Musa real quick. Shout out to Ahmed Musa, by the way. Had that goal for Kano Pillars against Plateau United yesterday. Got the winning goal for him. If I'm not mistaken, that's his 4th goal of the season. Scored twice against Sunshine, one against Enugu Rangers, and this one right here against Plateau United. And I definitely can't forget to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Rabiu Ali. He scored the first goal for Kano Pillars in the match. The man never ages. I mean, it's crazy. What else can you say about this guy? He still gives you 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 performances at this age. Is absolutely ridiculous. But that being said, I wanted to talk about this article right here from On Goal Nigeria, and it says CAF bars Ahmed Musa from joining Super Eagles team for CHAN qualifiers against Ghana. So basically what the article is saying is that the rules are the reason why Ahmed Musa is not with the team getting ready for those qualifiers. They're saying that you must be on a permanent contract with your club before you can participate in the competition. And since Ahmed Musa is on a short-term contract with his club, he can't participate in this competition. Now for me, I kind of understand where the rule is coming from, but I feel like if somebody wanted to break this rule, it's real easy. The federation and the player can work together with the club, get on a permanent contract. Once the tournament is over, they just cancel the contract. I don't understand how this. I get where the rule is coming from. You don't want players to just come into the country for the sole purpose of playing in this competition. Then once the competition is over, they're out. But you can still do that even with this rule in place. You can still put Ahmed Musa on a permanent contract, and with the good faith that once the competition is over, you terminate his contract and he can go where he wants. So honestly, I don't see why the rule is even there. But when it comes to Ahmed Musa, I wouldn't say that this is the exact reason why he's not going to play. This might be an obstacle, but I feel if he wanted to play, we'll make it happen. They'll make it happen and he'll be playing in the competition. But he might not want to play in this competition. He might want to give the other guys a chance to shine in this competition. Or he might just be waiting till we qualify and go along with the team for the tournament. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff that can happen. And while we're at it, I think his teammates should be considered. Rabiu Ali has been doing oh so well in the league this season. Why not put him in the team? He could be a player that comes off the bench and brings you something completely different. This guy is a top-class player. If you're going to give him 15 minutes, 20 minutes in a game, I believe it's going to make a big difference in the team having a player like that, because you bring in real quality off the bench when you have a player like Rabiu Ali. So I think that guy should also be considered for this team right here. But let me know your thoughts on what we talked about. Of course, Ademola Lookman, Ola Aina, making us oh so proud in Europe. Both of them looking like they're challenging for the league. At least that's what it looks like on the table right now. But let me know your thoughts on that one. And please don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.